I guess you guys ready?
Yeah. You ready?
I think so.
You know what we're going to talk about? Well, I guess it doesn't.
I don't know. How long is the intro? I'll be ready by the time that's over, I guess.
Oh, I don't know. As long as I got to find it. Here it is.
1987, I had a thing called a Nintendo Entertainment System, okay? Nintendo Entertainment System. It didn't last 4 years. It lasts 90 days. 90 days is what it took for you to hit power and start seeing a flashing red screen. You know the flashing red screen where you have to look at the ground or look away or you have a seizure right then and there? Oh, yeah. And then what you had to do is you had to flip the Nintendo over, and there was a silver sticker with an 800 number on it. And you call the 800 number, and they put you in contact with someone in Japan who made you feel like a pendejo. Oh, yeah, he made you feel stupid. You call him up, and he's like, it costs $250 to repair Nintendo. $250 to fix it, but it's $150 for a brand new one. And if you couldn't afford $150 for a brand new one, like we couldn't afford $150 for a brand new one, you had to become a technician at the age of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You had to go in the kitchen and find the most messed up butter knife you could, right? The one that had bent marks and rust stains, and take that sucker back in the living room because you were going to perform an operation. You were going to perform an operation and bring that Nintendo back to life. Yeah. You had to work to play. You had to unplug it, plug it back in, power reset, power reset, power reset. It was like performing CPR. You'd hold a cartridge, and then it was like, you push it down, you push it up, you push it down, you push it up, push it down, you push it up, push it down, you push it up. Give it oxygen. And if you were lucky, you'd hear the magical sound. Ta-dun, dun, 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 dun. It's alive! It's alive!
It's alive!
Nice.
I saw that guy doing that bit about the gaming system. I thought it fit perfect in with our show that's supposed to be about gaming for the most part. So I kind of chopped it up and threw it in there. So
Thanks.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. So what's going on, guys? Well, first I will say, I got to say, Chiefs. There you go, Chiefs Kingdom, huh? Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, everybody. And thank God it was a 2:00 game, so it's been plenty of time for me to get down here tonight. Thinking I was going to have a heart attack in the last quarter, but it all came out. So, anyway, congratulations, Ho, on 400 subs.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It only took 400 years.
Dang it. Did you make it over 400?
Yeah, I think I'm at 403 now, I think.
Son of a... If you were right at 400, I was going to unsubscribe on my other channel just to get you back on.
Just to get him down to $3.99 again.
My dogs are outside roughhousing. I thought there was about to be a brawl. But, yeah, good deal, Poe. Over 400. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
We got a new camera. You know, I don't know if Bart mentioned it last show, but I went, and maybe it was before we were on the air. I went to Walmart and bought one of those $30 ONA cameras. And dadgum, that thing's cool for $30. Got the little light ring on it and everything.
Yeah, it's a cool little camera. Yeah, it must have been that Frogger video that bumped you over.
It hopped me over.
It hopped you right over the 400 mark. Nice. Yeah. I'll tell you, I mean, I like I was telling Poe when I got here, I knew Greg was maybe going to be late because of the Chiefs game, and he has company. And Mike has to run his boy somewhere. That's where he's at. So I thought, man, I got to make sure I'm here so I can help start it. And Poe did a Frogger video with his kids, which is like 25 minutes long. And me being the genius I am, I started it 30 minutes before showtime. I started watching it at like 6 minutes before. I'm like, shit, I got to get out there. So I come out here, and Poe wasn't here yet either. So But yeah, so that was really neat watching. Watching. Oh, look, Livewire was saying the same thing. Love the Frogger video with the kids.
No,
That
thanks.
was really, and I'll tell you this, Poe. There was one point. I think your daughter was playing, and you were in the background, and Kelly says, "Look at Poe. He's so cute. He's having such a good time watching his kids play this game." So apparently you got some cute points, but then you made some remark about the girl frog, and she said, "Never mind."
And my kids are worse than me. Their mouths. Well, you see in the video, we blamed it all on their mother. Their foul mouths and everything. So,
I did see that. Yeah. At one point, your daughter was she jumped trying to get into the water, and she hit the edge. I mean, the edge clearly hit her. It wasn't her. And she says, "What the F?" And I was like, "Oh, watch your lettering, young lady. It's borderline." But yeah, that's fun stuff. That's fun stuff.
You know, I was going to look before the show started because I checked it at one point, the Discord. I could check it now, but we did have a winner earlier today, and I just can't remember who that was. It looked like his score was going to be pretty much unbeatable. Did you guys know who had the high score before I go digging in here?
For Frogger?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see. I don't want to say myself, but I didn't see anyone to beat my score.
no, I didn't see anyone that beat that score.
Let me take a look. I thought there was, but I may be wrong.
I mean, that's cool if someone beat it, but I mean, I beat the score that I had on my video, but that was crazy luck too. I didn't record. I just took a picture of it.
What was your score? Do you remember, Bart?
Just over 12,000.
Okay. D-Kong 52.
Yeah, he posted a 9,000 something.
9,000. Okay. 9,000. And
Unless he put another one up, he might have. I don't know.
no, Livewire got 7,200.
Oh, nice.
You know, we told people we'd mention people that did good in this, so I might as well do that.
Polo's calling it for me. So I have a rule. I never go against Polo as long as he's saying I'm the best.
Yeah. You know, it looks to me like Bart. I'm trying to see. Yeah, you're 12,000.
Yeah. Remember back in the day when Derek was going to keep track of the score on these arcade challenges?
Did Derek play?
I don't think he even played. He's slacking.
Wait a second. I thought I saw his name in here.
It's two Michaels.
Who's that guy in front of Hasselhoff? I thought we just invited the Hoff. We didn't know he was bringing Mike with him.
Yeah, isn't it? We're supposed to bring a special guest with us today.
If you want to stay on the show and you haven't done all 40 episodes, you have to have a guest.
Yeah,
Greg brought Santa Claus with him.
I thought Mike was just trying to be like Greg has himself and then his picture behind him, and that's Mike and himself behind him. That was Mike.
Oh, nice.
2 years after he got out of the Navy, that was Mike with his car.
Well, that brings up, where is your background that you had made that the minute I got my background, you took your background down.
Yeah, I figure you're going to copy off me. I might as well take it down. No, we were just having this conversation before you came in.
Yeah,
me and Bart. It comes down to laziness. I have it behind here. It's just that I need to have a system where I have them all on like rings where I can just slide them across real quick instead of having to take one down and put the other one up.
Right.
Well, I figure just like most everything else, it's Derek's fault, Poe, because he gave you that Atari light, and it's too much work now to take the Atari light, move the curtain, and put the Atari light.
Yeah, anytime I want to use this green screen to put gameplay video behind me, I got to take the thing down and then put it back up again.
God. You know, I always
Thanks,
thought he
Derek.
was exaggerating when he said Derek was a dick, but I guess he's right.
And the white cord, I should paint it green so you can't see it. It looks all cheap and cheesy. Thanks, Derek. You could have painted the cord first.
Yeah. You should have known where Poe was going to put that and make sure it blended in with the background.
I got a trivial question for the chat. The person behind Mike, whose dad is that? Mike's dad. Whose dad?
My grandpa.
Whose dad? Whose dad is that back behind there? Mike, his guest. So whoever can put that in the chat.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah, whose daddy is that? I'm a gamer.
It could be.
Come on, you guys should really know is that, or whose dad. Maybe I should rephrase it. Maybe whose dad it supposedly is. Okay, whose dad? Whose dad was it supposedly? Whose dad?
David Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
Who's his kid?
Yeah, all right, I'll open it up to you guys. Come on, surely one of my fellow members there knows whose daddy that is.
David Hasselhoff had a kid?
Could have been any of thousands of women's children.
Okay,
It's gotta be German, right? With German
I'll
love
give
Hasselhoff.
you a hint. It's mentioned in a movie, and he claims his dad is David Hasselhoff. Who am I talking about? It's like Jeopardy. Your answer is, who is?
Oh. What
It's
era? Was this before I was born?
Well,
I'm gonna give it up here in a minute when y'all give up.
Yeah.
Hasselhoff's kid. Is this person, you said it was a guy?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It's a guy. And in that movie, he referred to David Hasselhoff as his father.
Okay. It's like playing Guess Who. Does he have a mustache?
My guess is it Ron Jeremy? That's my guess.
I'm trying to think of another. Let's put it this way: this guy's an '80s guy. He was born in the '80s. He always talks about the '80s. His dad's David Hasselhoff. He likes the music from that genre. He likes all that, and when he talks to people, he's really into the music and everything of the '80s and David Hasselhoff.
Likes the music of the 80s.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of me.
I don't know.
It's chaos.
Huh?
Chaos.
Uh,
I'm going to tell you. You ready for it? You ready? Everybody give up? Wait a second. Did somebody put it up there? Derek, got it.
It's Derek. Derek, can I meet your dad?
Derek got it. You guys never watched Guardians of the Galaxy? Star-Lord? He always said, my dad was David Hasselhoff. Then in the, yes.
Yeah. I didn't remember that scene.
Yep. He always talked about David Hasselhoff. He listened to that music on the Walkman that his mom gave him. His mom died. His dad was David Hasselhoff until they went into the next episode where he met
Kurt Russell was his dad.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Yep. He even he even said it in that episode. He said, for years I thought David Hasselhoff was my dad. So,
wow. Yeah. Kurt Russell as a dad would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, he was an evil bastard in that movie.
He was a planet.
Yeah. Well, Derek passed only after getting the hint.
He Googled it.
Yeah.
And out go the lights.
That's it. Now go the lights.
But with that being said, we here at the show kind of keep things moving tonight. Poe, did you got some postage?
Oh yeah. I got
Wake up, Poe. Wake up.
I got a package right here, as a matter of fact.
Oh, don't mean to interrupt, but can you guys hear me clearly? I'm using my new microphone.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Good?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Just
it
making
would have been
sure. I
nice.
didn't know if that got hooked up right, so I don't know if my webcam's picking me or the microphone.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
No, it's good, and it'd been nice if we'd let you talk when you first came on, and we wouldn't have had that.
I thought it happened like remember when we first started off, everybody's chatting, so they thought they were listening to us, but
Right.
yeah.
Oh, that was my little way of just jacking with everybody. Oh, there they are, and then all of a sudden they get this.
Oh, cool. Thanks, everyone.
All of a sudden, they got that,
Thanks.
They got
Billy.
that. Is that guy Hawaiian? That comedian?
Which
Well,
comedian?
I don't know. That fluffy guy?
Yeah. What's his name? I don't even know his name. I just saw the thing. I just saw him talking about the Atari. I mean the Nintendo, and I thought, man, what a cool clip that is. I thought it was funny. Nobody else seemed to, but I thought. I like the part where he's plugging in and unplug oxygen.
Right.
But Poe, did you get some mail?
Some viewer mail?
Yes.
Old Poe did.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't open it. He'll get mad.
Old Poe did, and he wanted to read a letter.
Well, then
From-
we shall see. Go cut. We're cutting to our correspondent in the field, Old Poe.
I have a letter here to me that came to me from the show, from people that watch. It says, Dear Old Poe, you seem to really get into a lot of video games when you were younger, and even now that you're old. Was there ever anything that could pull you away from playing all them video games? Is there ever anything that could pull me away from all them video games? Nudie magazine, nudie magazine, nudie magazine, nudie magazine, nudie magazine, nudie magazine with asses. Nudie magazine, nudie magazine. Nudie magazine, yeah, nudie magazine. Nudie magazine with asses. Come to me tonight, come to me tonight. Nudie magazine, nudie magazine is all night. Nudie magazine, nudie magazine, nudie magazine, yeah, nudie magazine, nudie magazine with asses. That's a very good question. A good book, and the good book, church, and vacation Bible school. church, Sunday school, and a good book could take me away from video games, and that's about it. So thank you for the letter. Thank you for your time. Back to the show.
Hey, don't send any more letters to old Poe.
Just snooty magazines, right?
Church is the answer.
Well, that was good. I'm glad to see that you're getting some mail. I know you're pretty popular because you've been making the circuit on other shows, and I don't know, you just seem like you're.
Well, they all ask for old Poe. He doesn't usually do live appearances though, so they get this instead. But
Judging from the comments in the section there, it looks like everybody kind of got some enjoyment out of that. So thank old Poe for us. I appreciate it.
he works a little blue on a Sunday, but I always make sure we send those clips to my older brothers first for their approval. If I get the laughing my arse off from them, then I know it's okay. It's going to work out all right. So.
Now, the Chiefs game got me kind of off kilter today for getting prepared. I actually set up the show. Bart and I are the ones that can have the control to set it up. Bart works on Sunday, so he usually got to get this set up and get the announcement out to the other fellas. But today, so I got that done early. But I'll tell you something else I forgot to do, and I don't know. I don't even have it down here. Does anybody have any way of checking the tournament that came out last week that we did on? I set one up yet last week on the FX3.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it ended up. I didn't see it. Of course, I've been working.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll go get my swim. You know, it's unfortunate that Steam or FX3 or FX in general didn't have some type of online leaderboard thing where you can look that stuff up online. I mean, for God's sakes, even At Games has that.
Right. Yeah.
So I will. We've got another video to show here in a little bit, and that'll give me some time to run upstairs, and I'll grab the Switch. And just didn't want people to think we'd forgot about them, but I'm kind of enjoying, even though we're not doing the big tournament right now. I'm kind of enjoying putting together a little tournament, and I think the one thing I tried to emphasize in a video I put on my channel is if you're looking for me and I put one on the Switch and you're doing a search for me, you got to search G space Parker. G space Parker, and then it will show up. Okay, yeah. Mr. Livewire. Oh, that's right. Mr. Livewire. I do remember that now. There's no, I don't have to get the Switch. Yeah, he got billions.
Yeah, he was 4 billion or something like that. I think Livewire was in second last I saw.
Yes.
But yeah, it was pretty. There he is. Look, see, we start talking about who won that tournament. Look who shows up. Billions.
Mr. Billions, we're going to have to turn you into an MC or something now. And just, stand back and watch the tournaments now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure I go up and get the Switch and bring it down, and I'll get the scores for everybody. So, but I don't know. I'm having fun, but I'll tell you the arcade challenge thing. To me, is kind of turned into a blast because we all. It seems like a lot of our viewers, they know us for our pinball tournaments, but kind of digging this arcade thing. We've got some people to join in that have, it seems like we're getting a lot of people joining in on that. And it gets us all on, I mean, we all got these retro games, but we all are concentrating and have a conversation about one game a week. Again, there's no prize or something. It's good to see how you do and how other people do. So I'm having fun.
I think Kelly's going through the list right now because we know G Gauge won. Then she put Livewire, which I think was second. Then Tony's Jogren. Then Mike.
Ooh.
Then me. Then Poe. She's typing as fast as she's typing fast. We're reading faster than she can type.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, that's fine.
And then way down near the bottom was Derek.
Derek.
I think I'm pretty sure there was a minus sign in front of Derek's score.
Oh, Derek,
I didn't know
no.
that was possible. It's like he launched the ball backwards every time.
Most out in Pen Fiction.
Yeah. Who's Pin Fiction? I don't know Pin Fiction.
That's new. Yeah.
Retro Bliss. Now, Retro Bliss actually did a video on his channel. So he's been a good friend to us. So be sure to check out his channel. I don't know if he's here in the chat or not, but he has participated and started participating in our pinball and has participated in our retro challenge as well. And usually
he did a Frogger video too, yeah. And 3 out of the 4 of us were at his Frogger video premiere. Mike, do you remember who wasn't there of the 4? I can't remember who it was.
I don't know.
Well, and to be fair, it was when Mike was at work, and I was also at work, but I snuck off to the side and was watching. So
yeah, I was at work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a lot of time when I'm at work.
Why did Kelly put my name? Is that because I'm last?
Yeah. But it seems like she's gone through about everybody, and there's Greg.
And that to change gears a little bit, but talk about pinball and tournaments. I set up a couple on the. I set up one on the Pinball M, and I set up one on Pinball FX. And last I checked them before they ended, I didn't see anybody else that played them, which I didn't expect because, I posted the information about it, but it just seems like more people have. It's kind of answering the question as to what we might want. We're going to have to experiment with this if we decide to do it. Well, we are going to do another 10-week tournament, I'm sure, in the future. But it seems like FX3 is the most popular so far. And the other thing I want to say about M and FX is I have trouble finding the tournaments when they're completed.
Right.
When you complete an FX3 tournament, if you're the one that set it up. Maybe it does for the people that don't set it up too, but if it's a tournament you played in, and I think if you set it up, the first time you fire up FX3 and go into tournaments, it pops up. This tournament has completed and has all the scores right there for you. And that is not the case with FX or Pinball M, because I could not find my own tournaments that I set up.
Yeah, it's weird. I think you have to go under the side thing and choose 2 different filters. Like you have to select played in and completed, and then
I did, and it said there were none.
There were none? Huh.
Yeah. Now, I think you might be able to put the ID in, but you got to remember, I'm sitting upstairs thinking, I'll check these scores. And that's the other thing that's stupid about those ID numbers. I just, if I want to complain about anything that FX and Pinball M have done, is that stupid ID number. What the hell did that come from? Now I got to go find the ID number. This is my personal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe other you guys would think of reasons why that would be a good thing, but I don't understand.
Yeah, it's weird. I'd have to look at it too, because one time I did find one of mine, and I don't know how I did it though. Chaos is saying he wants to do a Star Wars. Livewire saying, how about Indiana Jones on FX3?
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll start another one tonight. Well, I'll tell you what. Everybody here on the panel good with Indiana Jones? This one's at the end of tonight's show, FX3, Indiana Jones. I'm going to start it on my Switch, so you're going to have to search for it. Because a lot of times when I start on a Switch, it's hard to find on the other units. If you start it on the Steam, they seem to instantly show up. But all you got to do is go to that filter and type in G space Parker when you search and hit apply, and you'll find the tournament and then the password will be Parker, all lowercase, no space in the password, just when you're looking for me. So,
Not you, Dr. Gage. You cheat, Dr. Gage. Get it?
yeah, G-Gage. I'll do an Indiana Jones. I'll get one started. So,
It's just a joke. Just a joke.
yeah, we're just joking, G-Gage. We love you. We love you.
Yeah.
He does get some scores, though. My.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I did think if we could figure that out, I saw another group that does, I think I saw it on Reddit. And when they do tournaments, if the table's available, they'll do a tournament on FX3, FX, and on the Switch FX. So people that, and then they just, I guess they just blend the scores manually, and they say, play it wherever you want to play it. Here's the codes for the 3 systems.
Wow.
But I don't know. Like you said, if we can't find who won, that kind of makes it hard. You know, if it ends and we can't even find the results. But there's got to be a way.
Well, to me, setting up the finding the scores on FX3 is the easiest, and FX3 will cross-platform with everybody else. The only difference is it's harder to find because they don't always show up. If it started on a Switch and you're playing on Steam or maybe even Epic, they don't show up unless you go to the filter thing and type in the username. Then they'll show up.
Yeah. Well, I still think though, if someone's playing on Xbox or PlayStation, they won't be able to find it at all if it's created on the Switch. Because I don't think they can both join a Steam, but they can't join each other. If someone creates it on Xbox, you can't find it on Steam.
Really?
Or on the Switch, I mean. Steam plays well with everybody, but the others, yeah. And I get what you're saying here, G Gage. He's like, don't mix FX and FX3 because they play differently. But most of the people that play in our tournament, well, other than you, I guess, G Gage, we all suck enough. I don't play better on any system. I can have just as good a game in FX as I can in FX3, and just as bad a game whether it's on the Switch or Steam or on the cabinet or.
But when you're playing like these last few tournaments, what about the enhancements, the add-ons, and stuff like that? They're not all the same, are they? Across the different.
I think they're the same. And that's the thing when we were doing the 10-week tournament, a lot of times we don't use those because if someone's played the game 1,000 times, they can turn on all the stuff and someone just picked it up, hey, they don't have any.
Right.
So if you wanted to be straight fair, everything needs to be 3-ball classic, no bells and whistles. But for me, I can pick up FX3 on my cabinet, which is, my best computer I have and all that stuff, and play it, and then pick up the FX version on the Switch, which everyone says plays like dog shit, and I'll have a better game, or vice versa. I'll play one on the Switch and I can't play it at all, and I'll play on the FX3 and I have a great game. It just, for me, it all just depends on luck of how I play that day.
Well, first thing I will start. I'll go ahead and start Indiana Jones on the Steam. I'll go ahead and start it on that tonight. The only reason I admit I was doing it on the Switch is it's just so convenient. I don't have to go over to the cabinet and turn the cabinet on. I can just pick up the Switch and start a tournament. But I can see where if people on the people on the Xbox and the other devices can't play on it, then that does limit it. So I will go back to setting them up on Steam. The only difference is I don't use, if you got to search for me, I don't think put a space in that G Parker.
Right. Yeah. If you're on Steam, then it's just G Parker, one word.
Right.
Yeah. So, we figured out who Pin Fiction was. That was Chaos.
Oh, okay.
Right. I thought he was Rick as a dick.
But G Gage put on here. I like playing classic versus arcade because
Yeah.
they're totally different. So
They do have a different physics.
which one does G Gage like then? Is he saying he likes the classic?
He likes classic when you can't turn on all your cheats and all that stuff or whatever they call them.
Okay. I was gonna say if you play worse on classic, and just make sure that,
He didn't buy Indy, I guess. He refused to purchase it for FX3.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
I
you
have
already
it
have it
either.
for- Yeah, I was
I
gonna
have
say,
it on
I didn't-
FX.
Yeah, I
It
thought
looks better
you
on
said that
FX.
before. Mike, you look like some kind of special guest on Knight Rider. Like if he teamed up with a kid, he looks so big compared to you. Some kind of
yeah.
80s special. I thought I saw him sniff your hair a couple seconds ago.
No, he's just watching my back.
West in India. Okay, chaos. West in India. Well, I hate to not do Indiana. I hate to do Indiana Jones.
No, go ahead and do it. So Livewire and them can play.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just hated if G-Gage didn't have it because I kept thinking, shoot, he's one of our people that always participates every week. So, I hate to not get a guy who's in there, although he always wins.
Is that one still? It was always the pricier one, right?
Yeah.
It was
Like
$15.
$15.99 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was $15. They had it on sale at one point for $10. But you just had to catch the sale.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I did double dip with that. I bought it for both of them. Not that I'm gonna do any good at it, but I'll play. I'll lose.
I did buy them all the way across the board, but I do completely understand. No, I don't think I did buy it on FX, but I do totally agree with the G-Gage on that. For that price, geez, if these games that are even $5 a piece, I don't mind. But $10, $15 for one game. That's still fine.
Yeah. I bought it. I don't think I double dipped on it with FX3. I think I have it on the Switch, but not on my cabinet because I figured I could play it on VPX on my cabinet if I wanted to play it on there. But I bought it on the Switch so I could play it on the Switch if I wanted to. But I can't remember. Yeah. Now, see, G-Gage is saying just go ahead and play it. He says it doesn't bother him. And then Livewire says, no, pick a different table. Because some people don't have it. But, yeah, G-Gage didn't want to pay $15 on a platform that was at the end of its life. That's the thing, though. FX3, like you said, Greg, so many people are still playing FX3. And I see it in the Reddit threads all the time. People that just refuse to play FX, especially if they're playing on a Switch. And they're like, no, I'm FX3 forever. The bad part is the new tables don't come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the new tables, there are some sweet new tables. And I just don't get the people that say that the new ones play crappy. Even on the Switch, I have not had any problems. Now, one thing I am doing is I'm using that new for handheld. I'm using that new controller thing I bought. I can't remember the name of it again. I lose track.
It was like Nitro or something like that. Nitroglycerin.
But one thing about that is how that works. That's kind of cool. You have to set up on the Switch to use a wired controller because that thing snaps in. When you slide it in, a USB-C slides up into the Switch. It just goes right up in there, just like this.
Do you have to get a consent form first?
I'm telling you what, there's no need to worry about wireless lag because it's a wired controller. And I have had no problems playing any of the pinball games on that. I've heard a lot of people saying, what was somebody said it's got graphics like a PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
PS1
pointing graphics. I love PlayStation 1 graphics.
Oh, Laura Croft.
Yeah.
She's never been pointier.
We'll make
Like
a decision
Madonna.
by the end of the night.
Strike a pose.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go fire up the when I go into our next video. I'm gonna go fire up the cabinet in the other room and get it ready, and then we'll pick a tournament and I'll go start one. So we got time to do that. In the meantime, you guys be thinking about a table you want to play, and I know it sounds like I could pick G Gauge doesn't mind. Ooh, Deadpool. Deadpool's what's he saying about Deadpool? I like Deadpool.
Oh, he was saying if you can get quality recreation of modern tables, he'd play a lot more. Like the new Deadpool.
Right.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
That would be neat if they could get some of the newer tables in digital form, which I never understood why the digital or why the pinball table manufacturers don't do that, because not everybody has G. Parker money. We can't just run out and buy a Stranger Things. But being serious, not picking on Greg, but you look at some of these new pinball tables, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000, $15,000 for some of these. The person that would pay $20, $30 for a digital recreation of, say, like the spooky tables we were talking about, they got the Scooby-Doo and all that. And it's like, they made one of those for $30, I'd buy it. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to spend $6,000. So it's not like they're losing a sale because I went out and bought the $30 digital version. It's not the same market. It's not, and someone that can afford to spend $10,000 on a pinball table isn't going to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to get the $30 digital and that'll be good enough. And you would think that they would get a certain percentage of people that would play it digital and then be like, I love this table, I want the real thing, and they would save up and buy the real table.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna. They're not losing a sale if they put the new Godzilla out digitally for $25. I would buy it, and they're not losing a sale because I'm not going to buy the new Godzilla because I don't have $15,000 laying around to buy a pinball table.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
do digital. Yeah, you're kind of
10K.
You got to really love a table in order to buy one table to have for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at a different page right now. I'm not looking at you guys, but I noticed this, so I went to see if it's still there, and it looks like half of them have sold. I was going to tell you that there's a place in a neighboring community that had a pinball place, and I guess it's going out. It's done. And he had this huge list. And I noticed that list. I just checked Facebook Marketplace. That list is cut in half. But at one time, he had something like, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. But I think at one time that he had like 14 or 15 tables on here, individually priced, but the whole thing he could have picked up for $25,000. That would have been a steal.
Wow.
Because he was selling out the whole place. But like right now, he's got the only ones I see he's got left is Simpson's Pinball for $4,250. He's got an old EM table for $3,500. It must be in pristine shape. And he's got I don't know. They're ranged from $1,250 to $4,500. But when I saw that the other day, you just mentioned people buying tables, it made me think, man, that would have been a heck of a buy for somebody who had the money to do it.
Yeah. I paid $1,300. No. Yeah, $1,300 for my Joker's table when it was in really good shape. But uh-oh. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay. All three of your videos started circling on my screen, which usually is a sign that I dropped. Nowadays that would be a smoking deal to get a Joker, the Williams table, fully working condition for $1,300.
Yeah.
But
But getting back to that,
yeah, Mike's gaming guy.
the company's not making them. Yeah, it seems to me that I would think they'd want to make more digital ones because actually getting into digital, I had digital before I bought the real one, and it's what convinced me that I really wanted a real pinball machine. Of course, then when I bought that old one, the 1977 Stingray, and then I just had to have. Then I went to order Guardians of the Galaxy and got the whole story on that is an old story, but I got screwed over on that dealer by the dealer. And that's when he came up with the Stranger Things. He says, I can ship that out the door today. No shipping, no tax, no nothing. Just right out the door. And I said, ship it. So it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it worked out good. That's a great table. That's a really fun table. Yeah.
Well, let's take a minute and pass it around. I'm going to just go right below me. Mike, what's been going on? And while you're giving it going around, Bart, if you take over and just pass it to Bart and I'm going to go set up that table real quick and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mike?
All right, sounds good. Oh, what have I been up to? So I'm still working on Super Metroid, and I can't think of the boss. It's that green creature that keeps getting bigger. So I got kind of frustrated. My wife kind of heard me
The Hulk,
say
the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, say some colorful metaphors, and I'm like, dude, why am I getting mad beating this boss? Keeps kicking my butt. So, but yeah, I managed to pass through it and got a little bit more further on the game, and then I just uploaded some of the gameplay onto my PC, which took about an hour, and I'm gonna go back at it tonight and see how far I can get. But what I was looking at, like, wow, I got a long ways to go to beat that game still. So, yeah, but right now it's been kind of fun playing the game. It's just trying to figure out how to beat the enemies, because it's like certain times I'm like, well, that's not killing them, and I have to go figure out what to do in order to beat some of the bad guys on the game. So, and then trying to find where you're supposed to go. So I kind of had to have a guide. It's like, dude, I don't know where I'm going on this game. So, but it's been fun. Yeah, hopefully I can beat it. That's my plans, to beat the game and then work on the video. Have that going for me.
That's a great game.
And then, oh yeah, really good game. And then the other thing too, I got I just got like I said, I got my mic, and then I got my Mission Impossible DVD. So my son's like anxious, like after we get done, with the green room and stuff talking, then we're gonna probably watch Mission Impossible, the DVD set. And then he wants to watch Knight Rider because he's really into Knight Rider right now. So we got the Blu-ray as well. I know Chaos was mentioning that we got Knight Rider as well. So yeah, really good stuff. That's all I got going on right now. So how about you guys?
Nice. I guess G Gage is taking off. So we'll say.
Oh.
We'll say later.
Have a good one.
Catch you later.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, Poe. You get the big screen.
Mostly I've been playing.
All from Poe. Let's.
I froze up like Cindy Brady, remember?
Right. Oh yeah.
I'm mostly playing, arcade games. I love finding the arcade games that aren't as well known. Although I'm not getting as many views on those, I think I'm getting more comments, and that's what I like the most anyway, is people talking about it. But I did finally play that Wacko game, and I think my mistake there was I uploaded, after midnight last night. So I don't think I had near as many views. I think Derek, I think you were my only comment last I checked on there. And even Derek said something like, it's late, I'm going to bed, something like that was his comment. So.
I think he said it's what he uses to put himself to sleep, isn't it? I thought that was.
Oh, that was his NyQuil was my.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw. I did watch. I left you a comment, and I'm looking forward to playing that thing. I downloaded it the other day. but I didn't want to play it before you. You were so instrumental in getting that thing available.
It's so much fun with that trackball for the movement and the joystick for shooting, and then it gets crazy quick. I love it. It's a game that I didn't know about back in the day, so I had a lot of fun with that. And then on top of that, when I started uploading it, I went into the house last night, and it was late, like I said. And what Mike is saying, and Mike's Gaming Gal, it just so happened my daughter stayed here for the weekend. Her and my wife did what they used to do. They went like window shopping. They went to the famous Monroeville Mall, and where the zombie movie was made back in the late 70s there, Romero. Yes. They just walk around. They don't really buy much. They just take a look at stuff, and they used to do that back in the day. So when they came home late last night, my son got home from work. I was going to take another shot at Frogger, and I'm down there, and I hear them upstairs talking. I'm like, well, why not have them come down and give this a try? Because I know my daughter never played Frogger in the arcade. My boy might have once or twice. So I'm like, come on down here. Let's give this a shot. And it ended up just being funny and fun, and we're just all getting run over and falling in the water and stuff. But we had such a fun time doing that. So I made a video of that and put that up. Got it uploaded right before we started tonight, actually, right around dinner time. So,
yeah.
But aside from that, I still want to get those homebrew games played. I haven't even played them yet. I think I got them like 3 weeks ago. E.T. for the Intellivision and Fast Food. And I finally got one of my Atari Age games. Nice. They were doing that big sale of their unlicensed games. I bought this. I ordered this in July, and it finally came just the other day. So this is Satan's Hollow, and for the Atari 5200. I have it on the arcade version. Love that game. And from what I read, I think the only other system this came out for back in the day was the Commodore 64. It was planned and made for the 5200 and I think Atari 8-bit, but never released. So somebody made it. It was on Atari Age up until the big blowout sale. So there'll be a video on this on my 5200. I love this game. Never played 5200 version of it, so I can't wait to play that. And if Mike's Gaming Gal is here, he knows all about that. He ordered a bunch of stuff at that sale too. And so did Retro Bliss. So a lot of people waiting on that poor Albert there at Atari Age. He's like a one-man team trying to get all these games out to everybody that ordered them last year. So I'm still waiting on another couple games. I haven't got notification that they sent yet. At this point, you almost forget that you ordered them, after that many months. So yeah, still waiting. Yeah. It'll be like Christmas when they do come, only it's Christmas that you paid for yourself.
Right. Yeah. Now Polo was asking about I'm gonna go back to this normal screen. Did you grab the Oriental Legends 2 from PAX R Us? Phenomenal beat 'em up. I did not grab it. Did you grab it?
No, I didn't. I love beat 'em ups. Now see, I said I did like fighters, but beat 'em ups I love, so I'm gonna have to check into that one.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that. Yeah, Mike's Gaming Gal. It'll be actual Christmas by the time.
Well, you put in a huge order. Poor Albert, he's probably having problems. He needs a team there. Or you might be better off just to fly down from Canada down to Texas and help him out.
Yeah. Oh, he's down here in Texas somewhere?
Yeah, go over and give him a hand. Maybe he'll give you something. Sorry, Age sticker. I have a few here. Some of them are stuck to my door over there.
Send me his address. I'll swing by over there, see what I can do. It's in Texas, so it's got to be close, right? No.
Yeah, right. Everything's close in Texas.
No more than a 14-hour drive anyway.
I think he works out of the basement of the Alamo.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, he's back. Act natural.
That's one thing. Everything you guys say, it just echoes right down the hallway, right in the arcade. So, the only thing is, you don't have to worry about it because I got CRS. Did I tell you guys about the diagnosis I got? I guess I didn't tell you guys. I went to the doctor. He said I got CRS. Can't remember shit. But I'm on my meds now, so I'm okay. Anyway, go ahead, carry on. I can't. Don't let me interrupt. I'll tell you about the tournament when you guys get done.
Yeah.
All right.
We were just kind of rambling about stuff. Polo said, "Did you guys like the stand he put together for his pinball controller? He put it. Yeah, I did see that. It's pretty cool. It looks really
I gotta
neat.
check that out.
Yeah,
I did see that, and I thought, what is that?
yeah. He put it on the Discord general chat. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I'll do it right
No,
now.
it is. Cool.
I usually avoid that because Derek's always there, so I'll have to check. But
Derek,
I love it.
quiet. I don't know what we did right, but Derek's quiet right now. He's probably sitting at FX3 waiting for Greg's tournament to pop up. That's
Well,
what
it's
he's
there.
doing.
It's there. It's running. I went ahead. Not only I thought I might as well just go ahead and set it up because you guys sound like you were doing good in here, and I thought, okay, I'll just set it up. So I didn't pick Indiana Jones, even though with the graciousness of G Gage, he said he didn't mind, and that was nice of him. But I am going to let you know I went ahead and played the game.
Mhm.
I got 66 billion points. That's why G Gage, there's no sense in you even playing. I just figured no sense in you even logging in.
So it's My Little Pony this week, is it?
My Little Pony. No. It is actually Biolab. I don't know why I picked it, but I just was. I
I'm out.
was going through and I said, God, I can't remember the last time I played that game. So I thought, well, I'm going to play it now by setting up the tournament. G. Parker is the host, and G. Parker is all together is the password. It's Biolab, and I played it, and actually I thought it was kind of fun, colorful. I know Poe wanted Tesla or Fishtails, but
I thought you said Spinal Tap at first. Is there a Spinal Tap pinball game? Because that would be awesome.
That would be great. Only if the volume goes to 11.
I did set it up for 5 days, and I set it up in classic mode. So I did take the time to do all that. So it is up and running, and you should be able to play it on a Switch now or anything, any other. And I was gonna start. I almost picked Deadpool, thinking then people on the Switch can't play.
Yeah, we'd have to set up a separate one. Same with the Star Wars. If we wanted to do a Star Wars table, we'd have to. And I don't have a problem with that either. Just do it. If we wanted to do a Marvel or a Star Wars, we'll just set up 2 tournaments like we do in the playoffs, and people on the Switch can play in the one, and everyone will just have to take their word for it if they don't look at the other tournament. And we're not going to cheat.
Yeah, but you know what? I think as the people that host the tournament, we're going to take a screenshot of the scores.
Right.
So it's not like
we're not going to cheat for anyone. So what's the big deal? The scores are going to be what the scores are.
And this one's not going to be pretty prize. And while G Gage is here, I'm going to let you know. With all the weather we've had, and I was down for a little bit, I finally did get up to the trophy shop, and at least the order's placed. So I know, I did that actually early this week, but still could take 2 to 3 weeks to get it. But you'll be excited when you get it. It's a lot of fun. So I did get your information. I got it printed off here. So I'll let you know when I get that shipped off to you, because that was really fun, and we appreciate you being here and playing.
Yeah, he took off while you were gone.
Oh, did he?
So,
Okay.
But maybe he'll see that's in the replay.
Well, I was gonna say everybody likes it. Everybody liked him playing except Mike.
What's that? I had no problem with him playing.
It's him beating Mike that had a problem with.
No. I want other people to win.
But we already talked about the pinball. I mean the arcade challenge. And who the hell won that? Oh, you did, Bart, didn't you?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Your trophy's being printed for you, and it's coming to you.
Right. Mike, did you play Frogger?
No, haven't played Frogger.
Oh, that's why I won, because Mike didn't play.
Mike said he wasn't very good at Frogger, which means he would have got 18 billion points on it.
Yeah, I want to take this moment to thank Mike, the Gaming Road Warrior, for allowing me to have this 1 week victory by not playing himself.
Was anybody who's interested? By show of hands, who's interested in this week's gaming challenge? Raise your hand. Mike is. Go ahead and get ready.
Logger.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Logger? Tesla. Oh wait, that's the wrong category.
Here's
I thought
the.
we were going to go with Wacko, so me and Poe would have top 2 finishes.
Oh boy. Yeah, we
Well,
could
here-
play that. I don't have the trackball.
Here it is.
Nice.
Put a point in. I already forgot what I got, so be best to take those pictures. No, come on, come on. Hit the wrong button to throw pepper. I make a lot of excuses, don't I? Oh no, no, no. I got killed. I missed the ice cream cone. Now that was a good one there. Well, there's my ice cream cone. Can I get up there and get it? Yes, I got it. Oh, come on. I cleared the board. Finally. 5,000. Okay, this is a different level altogether. I've only got one pepper. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. No more peppers, so I'm done for. Come on. I think my odds. No. Down. 5450. 5450. Well, there you go. And again, I can come back and try this again and again and again, but this is the video for this. And if I can play again and beat that, I'll take a shot and put it on the Discord. So join in, everybody. Right there, one up, 5450 in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. My attempt at burger time. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Bye now.
Burger time. One less call for alcohol. Sorry, I get carried away. I love burger time. But I bet you Bart, this is my prediction, Bart is going to beat us all with burger time. Gonna kick our
I don't know. I don't know about all that. I'm not all that good at burger time. We'll see. Mike's gonna come back. He gave me my 1 week. He's gonna lay it down this time.
I'll tell you what I did. I shot a video of me making numerous attempts at that, which, I don't remember how long it was, but it was lengthy to put on my channel. But as you can tell, I was already talking. I just cut a 2-minute clip out of that just to put on here for tonight to kind of reveal what it is. So check out my channel and you'll see the whole video of my terrible fiascos. I changed from playing on my Pi in the other room using my AtGames controller to using the Pi in here with the Xbox controller. and you had to use the D-pad. And I'll tell you what, you'd think that would be easier. That's more of a 4-way controller than an 8-way, isn't it? But I was having a terrible time. Is a D-pad on an Xbox 8-way? I guess you can hit that, can't you?
Well, the problem isn't with the D-pad itself; it's with the thumb that's on it. That's where the problem came.
Because when
You wanted a D-pad.
I went up, I clearly knew I wanted to go down. You know, I wanted to go down. But I don't know. I got so frustrated, and I just took the clip from the highest score that I got in that video I did, and I thought, oh well, I'm going to use that one because the others, I didn't even make it halfway through the first level. Horrible.
Yeah, that's a fun game, but it can get hard. I did like in the beginning there, Greg. That was pretty good. How you used up like 2 or 3 peppers in a row, and then still turned around and ran into the one guy you didn't pepper. That strategy used before.
No, you're absolutely right. But see, I should start out like Poe. You know, every time Poe plays a retro game, he starts out by saying, I'm going to suck at this. I should just give everybody a warning.
You give everybody a reason why you're going to suck. I've never played this before. This is going to be terrible. I haven't played this one in years. I only play this on this console, but here we go. I'll give it a try. Let everybody know you're going to suck. But never edit, you know, when we don't. Let people, that's what I do with all my videos. I'm going to play it for the first time in front of you, or I'm going to play it sucky in front of you. Keep it real. That's all.
Yeah. Poe's going to be like, now here's my excuses. This is the first time in years I've played Burger Time on the cabinet with a 4-way joystick.
There you go. Isn't that the truth? But I love Burger Time. I'll admit it. When I was a kid and I played that, one of the first ones that I played in an arcade, I fell in love with video games because of that and Crazy Climber. But I'm going to suck at it. So there's your warning. And I'll warn you again several times when I make the video this week.
Yeah. Mike's Gaming Gala says this is why all his videos are edited.
Well, and there's a reason for that, though. Mike does videos on homebrew games, you know, and a lot of times he's the first one to get videos out on these homebrew games, and he's reviewing them. He's not saying, let's play. He's saying, here's this game, and here's whether he thinks you should get it or not. Mine are, here's this game, I'm going to play it. Watch me suck at it, you know, or maybe not suck at it. Who knows? Usually I suck at it.
The reason I picked Burger Time is I assumed, and you know what assuming can do, it can make an idiot out of you, but I still assume that most everybody has got Burger Time. Just seems like there's a few things that you figure everybody's got.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
Well, it's like that. It's like Pac-Man on the 2600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation,
I mean,
right?
Everybody loves Pac-Man on the 2600.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
but
it.
Yeah.
Is he in the chat? He's not in the chat, is he? We're wasting all this time.
Did that have PS1
Great
graphics?
game.
I think it did. I think it had
We
PS1
should do a challenge
graphics.
on that. I vote for Pac-Man for the Atari 2600.
Ooh, he might skip that one.
You know how I would love to be able to edit a video for one of these, you know, whether it's pinball or it would work for arcade challenges or arcade games. It would be nice, like in a pinball video, if I could edit my best first ball with my best second ball and my best third ball and somehow get the DMD to add all those balls up and get a good score at the end. I never have those 3 things happen in the same game. It's always, you'll have a great first ball and then drain your next 2 right away, or your game is just complete garbage, but then you have a miraculous third ball, but it's not good enough to get a G gauge type score. But, you know, that would be some creative editing. If you could get to add the scores up, you'd have to do it manually. It's like, why is your DMD not show a score, but it's like typed in with a strange font? Like, that's the way it was made.
What do I say?
Yeah.
Mike Gaming Gallagher, I think he was talking about my Pac-Man for 2600.
Yeah, he was picking up on
It's
that.
everybody's favorite.
Yeah. That's probably Retro Bliss has been busy, and he probably just got on and heard you say that, and he's like, "Fuck it," and left. Yeah.
He's probably planning. Those guys have a great show coming up Tuesday. They're going to be talking about Sega Master System and all the cool stuff with it.
Yeah, be sure to check out their store. What time is that show? Oh, do you know what time they do that?
They put that show on at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time.
On
Tuesday, yeah.
What's that for us, Bart? 10, 9,
8,
7.
7. If it's 8:00 Eastern, that's 7 for us.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday night at 7.
I never can tell. I don't know what time it is. We all ought to be on the same time. What the hell?
Yeah. 8:00 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5:00 for the seat eaters out there.
That's when I'm coming home.
It's funny because we talk to them and they talk about planning and what they're going to talk about and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, we do that for the show too. Yeah, that's a ticket.
Yeah, we don't know what we're, as you can see when you were here at the beginning. I forgot to hit the live stream before the other things, the intro started playing. And you could see how we were deciding how this was going to go. Well, already? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Our prep is what by like 2 minutes before all 4 of us are managed to get here if we don't have other commitments. And then we're like, so you guys got anything? No, not really. All right, let's go.
I usually still have dinner running down my face whenever I come running in here. So
But what the heck? It's all about fun. And then again, the pinball, I'm really digging these arcade tournaments. Check out the Discord, and also gives guys like Mike to talk about some of the stuff he does. Of course, he does edit his videos. He does put a lot of work into his videos. Bart and I do a great job of driving semi trucks and running into things. Well, I run into more things than he does, but. Then just Poe puts out these videos about stuff. No, Atari. Poe puts out some good Atari and old retro stuff too. So we have fun with that. And the show's just kind of a place to bring it all together and talk about.
But it's my favorite time of the week to unwind and talk with my buddies face to face. I mean, we talk every day and send each other messages and stuff. But I mean, we actually get to see each other and sit and have fun. So
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Ours is more of a, I mean, like Mike said, though, like Gaming Gala, we have pre-recorded bits and everything. Yeah. So that's kind of a way to have some pre-planned stuff. But other than that, we're just kind of 4 guys that like to hang out and talk. And apparently some people like to listen. So
I do. But the pre-recorded stuff, we never really talk about it amongst ourselves, right? Like I'll send my stuff to Greg on a Saturday night. But you guys don't know what I'm doing necessarily. Yeah. He'll see it when I send him the file because he's got to put it together, so he'll know ahead of time. But you guys usually don't know what stupidness I'm up to. I don't either until Saturday evening when I'm recording it. So,
right.
And as you can tell, the old post stuff is never scripted. It's just stuff that's coming out of my warped mind at the time when the camera starts rolling. So,
and he's on medication too. And he came up with that stuff off the top of his head. That's good.
Hey, Keith. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Along that lines, because I have access to Greg's StreamYard here, I send my stuff when I do pre-record. I just send it myself, so Greg doesn't. So nobody knows until it airs. We don't know what each other have. I'll just see in the chat that Mike says, "Hey, Greg, I sent you something," but I don't know what Mike sent Greg until I watch it fresh with you guys, with the viewers. We see each other's videos kind of live with, other than Greg. Greg gets a chance to preview them a lot of times, but yeah.
I don't preview Bart's either, and I do preview Mike's and entirely when he sends them to me because I like them. Now, Poe's, when I'm editing them, I just hit the fast button and let it just zip through, do the edit process, and then to be honest with you, 8 minutes a post sometimes. I mean,
But next time, since you don't watch it, old Poe might actually put some real naked boobies in there just to see if you catch them.
that might wake me up, Poe. That might wake me up.
Although he did have to take a little extra time for that sweet song of his. That was pure genius.
Yeah.
Nudie magazine, over and over again.
No, I'm just teasing his expense, and he knows it. Actually, my wife has the I don't know if it's the fortunate or unfortunate of the.
I should have warned you that. Maybe Cheryl shouldn't have watched the nudie magazine.
She loved it, but it's funny because I think it was around dinner times when I noticed that, and I said, we're sitting at the table eating, and I just kind of looked at my phone. I said, "Oh, look what Poe sent," because when you send me that on a link before I download it, it lets me see it.
Right.
So I said, "Sure." I said, "Watch that," and it was hard to finish eating. We were laughing so hard. So, it was
well, I really thought about what did distract me as a teenager whenever I played NES, and it was usually one of us found a nudie magazine along the road somewhere. And it was usually my buddy Scott would find these nudie magazines somewhere, like, look at this. I'm like, oh yeah. Nintendo what? Who cares about Metroid? Look at this.
Yeah. See, that's funny. That's the difference between our house down here in Texas and Greg's house up there in Kansas City. Anytime there's food that's out, I'm not allowed to put any opposed stuff on the TV. Kelly won't allow it. No, Poe's not allowed when we're eating.
I'm good for a diet, right? I'm better than that carnivore diet. Right. Speaking of which, did you get the double Big Mac yet?
No, I did not. I need to. Oh, dang, I should have, because sometimes we'll do the McDonald's when we're working because it's right next to the hotel, so we can just run over there. I should have got one of those double Big Macs.
Old Poe did shoot a video reviewing that, but it hasn't gone up yet. So
no. Yeah, does it come with a nudie magazine? That
would be the adult Happy Meal version of it, right?
Of course, any of the young kids that watch that old Poe segment from today, they'll be like, "What's a nudie magazine?"
Yeah, really. Yeah. There was a time. This story gets us way off track. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was going to say it's Cosmopolitan, kids.
Red book. I remember my mom had a red book where women were supposed to check themselves for breast cancer, but that's not what I use that red book for. My goodness. But my friend. Oh, go ahead, Greg.
I just so contend that the best magazine that I can remember that you got to see boobies actually walk into the public library and pull off the shelf. And that was National Geographic.
Yes. I mean, my friend had a few of those.
Yeah, you just go right over. I mean, you didn't have to worry about getting in trouble or nothing. Just walk over and get that National Geographic.
My buddy, when we were teenagers, he had a friend that worked at a gas station, and they were open 24 hours. And now this place was probably at least 5 miles from his house. And I'm staying at my buddy's place. And there was an old playhouse his dad built for his sister when she still lived there. The parents divorced. The mom and the sister moved away. This playhouse had heat, electricity, everything in it. So we're sleeping out in the playhouse while the dad was up in the house. And he said, my friend works at this gas station. And they have the old magazines they took off the shelf. He said, and he can get us some of these magazines. And we're like, this is like treasure, right? So we're walking the whole way. We didn't live in town, but we're walking into town after midnight. There, sure enough, is his buddy at the gas station. And he's like, yeah, here you go. Here's Hustler and here's Penthouse and Playhouse. And you guys take these. And by the way, here's a carton of cigarettes. And neither of us smoked at the time, but here's some cigars, And so we take some and then we're walking home with this stuff. And anytime we saw headlights, we were sure that it was 5-0. We're diving behind stuff and we're hiding and stuff. And finally, we get back to the playhouse, and it's nudie magazine time. We're looking at nudie magazines, and we're smoking cigarettes, and we're puking because we're not used to cigarettes. Oh, I think it was also like the big side chew beach nut and stuff. We're doing all the things we're not supposed to. But wow, what a glorious time when you're young teenagers. And we had the Nintendo out there with a little CRT TV in the playhouse and stuff. And that was just, we found treasure like the Goonies. It was our version of the Goonies. Why don't they make a movie like that?
Oh, man.
Oh, hey guys, I will be right back. I got to go pick up my son. So,
Okay.
all right.
Well, that's really all I had. And I do have to step out myself too, as well. Mike's leaving, so I think I'm going to leave it in the capable hands of my two guys on the left here. What side?
40 episodes, right? We're not far from a year now.
Yeah.
We're at 40.
Yeah. I'm tickled with everything we got, but we had a bunch of people over for the Chiefs game. I told Cheryl's wore out. I told her just leave everything until I got done with the show tonight. Because we kind of got the biggest TV and the biggest living room and the most seating, but the other people brought food and stuff, so we had
sounds like a good deal.
Wings, French fries, potato salad, beans, chip, dip, good grief, all kinds of stuff. It was a good time. But I think I better go up and do what I promised her and come up. I told her I'd be up around 7:30, and it's getting that hour. So thanks to everybody for showing up and watching. I'm going to check out, and I'll see you guys next Sunday night. And Bart, and have a good time. And I will be monitoring you on my phone. So see you guys later.
All right, have a good night, Greg.
All right. Look at him. He's just hiding out in the green room. He's like waiting.
What was that?
he just can't help himself. All right. He actually left. Oh, I'm okay. I'm going to move up here and put Mike's symbol down here because last week when Mike stepped away, he's down there putting stuff in the chat. Hey, I'm back, and we're just yapping away. Yeah, hey, I'm right there with you, Chaos. I'm right there with you. Thought he'd never leave. That guy. Yeah, crazy stalker. Yeah. So, what was I going to ask you about? This is the part of the show when Poe and I get to talk iArcade because
yeah,
the other guys don't have them. So the big wacko, right? That thing I showed when you did the beginning of your show, your video on it. You had the cabinet up there, and I paused. And I'm like, "Look at that cabinet, Kelly." And she's looking. She's like, "What's with that?" I said, "And that's not. They didn't skew the artwork. Look, the screen is straight." She goes, "Oh, I hate that. That's oh my gosh, it's all wonky." Like, yeah, that's crazy. But that game looks fun as hell.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask for them to package the one that came out before it. It's actually that's a sequel. Cosmic Cruiser is the one that came out before it. But the more I look into it, it looks like the controls are probably going to be a little too complicated for them to make an advanced config for it. I was looking into that, and they actually use kind of like the Tron stick with a trigger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the different button they used like a spinner, but you could also push it down for the shields and turn the shields different ways. So I don't know. That might be a little too much to ask. You probably have too many buttons that they would have to, make for it. So,
right. Yeah, it's kind of like. Did you install Tron on your arcade?
I put the disc of Trons on there. I haven't tried it out yet, but I put that on there.
Yeah, I put the regular Tron, and you can use the joystick and then the spinner, but then you still got to push a button to fire because you don't have the big
Yeah.
stick. So it's kind of awkward when you're doing when you're the dude running. Anytime you're running, trying to shoot the spiders, or you're trying to shoot the colored blocks coming across, and you're running and using your pinky finger on an A button or something, sticking it. So I think they'd have to try to do something like that, and maybe even more so if you got to click in the spinner.
It might be something to look into after the Viper board and maybe Glenn's Tron stick combo with that. I mean, I think he's supposed to be making ways to mount that stuff on his control deck.
Yeah,
but
that would be interesting. Yeah. So, anything else? I went and downloaded, and then I didn't. I should write this stuff down because I downloaded 2 or 3 other games. A lot of times you send me what you download, and then, but I was looking. I went in to get that Wacko, and then I just started to see what else they put out recently, and I downloaded 2 or 3 things that I hadn't seen before, and I thought, oh, I'll give that a shot, but I didn't even install them yet. So I don't know. They might. Oh, I did play the big Demolition Derby though, and I got Kelly to play that. Have you played it yet?
I did play it that night. My computer was messed up. I planned on making a video, but my computer was all jacked. So now I do need to make a video on that. Now that I'm pretty much up and running with the computer again. So. Yeah. And once I got the computer up and running again, I just didn't shut it down again to give me that error. So it's kind of still running down there. But
nice. Yeah, Kelly says that game is hard. Well, I didn't really give Kelly good instructions when we played the Demolition Derby. I kind of told, and I get it. I told her, push the joystick. Because push the joystick the way you want to turn, and she thought I meant if you want to go to the left of the screen, hold to the left. So she's just doing. She's like, it won't go left. It just keeps doing donuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let go. She's like, oh.
I was doing well enough the couple times that I played that I would make it through the first round, but then get destroyed in the second round. So
yeah. Now Kelly said at least she knew what color she was, and that's a reference to our timber video when she was watching my guy and her guy was all running off the side. What's going on? But yeah, so that might be, I don't know. I might beat you to the punch on that one unless you do one quickly, because that might be like our Tuesday video. It might be me and Kelly playing some Demolition Derby. And,
yeah, because tomorrow, if I get one done, I might end up doing the Burger Time Challenge for Monday instead.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
And that all depends on how I'm feeling when I get home from work tomorrow. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Today was my Friday, so I got the next few days off, so I can make some videos. But
I did take a vacation day for Wednesday, but I have my blood labs and stuff for 8 a.m. and then I finally see a GI doctor in the afternoon, so that's going to be a pretty full day off. So
yeah,
I don't know if I'll get a video out that day or not.
Yeah, and one of these days, did you end up among your myriad of games that you have bought that you've never played yet? Did you get that submarine game for the Quest?
No, and the other day, oh crap, gag nabbit. I just got a warning from them, not a warning. I got an email from them that I still had like a $7.99 discount that I needed to use by the 26th, and then I didn't use it. Darn it, I saw it at work, and I'm like, oh, I need to use this, so when I get home, I'm going to find a game and just buy it. And I thought about that one, and I went back to your thing, because I don't know if you could double stack those. Oh, I couldn't remember. But I went back to yours, and I was looking to see where your link was for that code, and I didn't see it in your description.
Oh. Well, maybe I didn't put it in there. Whoops. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could double stack, but right then when I was looking, and then I ended up doing something else and forgot. And I was going to ask you about that, and then I totally forgot. And now I did that a lot with the Quest. I would get emails saying that I needed to use my discount, and then I would lose it. So
yeah, because that's a fun little game, and I haven't played it in a little while. I played a couple times. Me and Kelly played, the two of us, and I played a couple times with my boy Jason. And then one time, me and Jason and Kelly all three played, and that was pretty fun working as a
and
team.
actually, back this past fall, I got you that one game, and I got it for myself, and I've never played it yet. That spooky game or whatever.
Yeah, I thought about that one the other day too. I was gonna play more of that one, but I had an issue. The last time I tried to record on the Quest, I had an issue. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to record, because since I started doing that in videos, and you bought it, so I figured I should record. And I didn't want to not be able to record it, but I need to get back into that, because that was a pretty interesting game. And man,
yeah, I got that for both of us at the same time. And then I don't think I've played the Quest since before that, come to think of it. And I was going to play that right after you did. I wanted to see what you thought of it, and then I never got on there. So, and I played that new course on Walkabout on the PS4, and I was going to buy that course for the Quest because my boy said maybe we would play together, so we would each have a headset, and I don't think that's ever going to happen either, because he says that stuff and then we never get around. I'll mention it, but he gets home from work late and I'll be like, want to play something together? And not right now, Dad. So that's why Frogger totally surprised me last night when I called them both down.
Yeah.
They were like, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
now, he did take next Saturday off. I asked him to ask for that off because we haven't had a Saturday together in forever. So he asked for that off, which seems like it's good timing because his recruiter finally got back to him. Not tomorrow, but the next Monday, he's going to MEPS. Now, in my day, I don't know about your day, unless you were on delayed entry, when you went to MEPS, for me, that was it. If you went through each room and did your stuff, they were shipping you off. And I guess that's not the case anymore. So whenever he sent me the message when I was at work the other day saying I'm going to MEPS that Monday, I'm like, okay, my boy's leaving that Monday, so it's a good thing he asked for Saturday off. My wife said, no, he's not leaving that Monday. He's going down there. Then they're going to figure out a date for him to leave. I'm like, okay, that's changed in the last 30 years,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I did delayed entry, so I don't know. I didn't do the go to MEPS, go ship right out. I went to MEPS and did all my stuff. I think it was February, and then I graduated high school at the end of May, and I shipped out June 9th.
Yeah, mine was like an unintentional delayed entry. I thought I was leaving. I had everything, and they found out that I had an irregular heartbeat. So I thought I was leaving. I told everybody, goodbye, see you. Went down there, and then they were like, well, you need a waiver from the Surgeon General of the Air Force. So I was like, okay. So then it was 6 months later that I ended up going back to MEPS, and then I was gone, after that. But a lot of people I knew, my brothers, Army and Navy, when they went, that was it. You didn't see them again until after all that was done,
Yeah. I was still in high school, and I was a month away from turning 18 when I went down. So my parents had to sign all the stuff so that I could go down there. And then and then I went the 9th. What was it? The 9th, I flew down to Phoenix to MEPS again. And then they flew me out to Orlando. But the 10th was my actual first day in the Navy. But I
still remember my oldest brother. Clearly, I remember him leaving for the Navy because he messed up the date. My oldest brother, he thought he was leaving the next day. It was a hot summer night here in Western Pennsylvania. We were sleeping outside, me and my brothers. And the recruiter showed up at god-awful early time of the morning we're outside sleeping, and the recruiter shows up. My brother's like, "What?" He's like, "Well, you're leaving. It's time to go to MEPS. Get your stuff together." And he's like, "I thought that was tomorrow." And he's like, "No, that's today." So he packed all this stuff, and that was it. He was off for the Navy. We didn't see him again until his boot camp graduation.
Graduation. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It was mine was kind of a whirlwind with the because I had several months from when I joined till I actually went. But I graduated high school, and then the next day I got married to my ex-wife, and then 10 days later I shipped out to boot camp, and then halfway through boot camp I found out she was pregnant with Travis.
Oh,
so she got pregnant on the honeymoon. So yeah.
Well, that's what we ended up doing. I was supposed to go in the fall, and like I said, I got that thing with the irregular heartbeat. We weren't going to get married until I got out of basic and my tech school and everything. Well, since I had to wait, we're like, let's move the wedding up. So that's when I got married to my wife. We got married like 2 weeks before I went into basic training. So married, had our little local honeymoon, and then I went in. So
yeah, I got a much bigger paycheck than the rest of the recruits when I got out of boot camp than being married. So that was nice. But yeah, it's a scary thing to think about. But here in we're right about a month from now, 4 weeks from now, Travis is going to be 35. Holy shit!
Right.
But
I keep thinking about my own son. Whenever they sent me the message, I'm like, yeah, we kept talking about him going into the military, but until I got that message that he's heading to MEPS, it was like it finally hit me, and it's like, wow.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though. That's fun, because Jason, my son, my younger of my two, he went in the Navy, so that was fun and exciting for me. And one of his buddies from high school that they went to college together, he ended up going in the Navy too, shortly before Jason did. But they didn't ever. He was in San Diego. Jason was up in Seattle. They didn't see each other ever again while they were both in the Navy. But that was kind of neat. So it's a neat thing. I know what you're going through right now with your boy going off, and it's kind of a cool thing and scary thing and cool, but at the same time. And
right.
And I almost had. I don't know if you are having the same. I almost had a little bit of almost jealousy, like remembering those days when it was exciting and I was going off into boot camp and gonna do all that stuff. And then usually I remember why I got out, and I'm like, well, I'm not that jealous, but
right. Yeah.
But no, it's fun and exciting. I'm excited. I don't even know your son, and I'm excited for him, starting an adventure like that. And
yeah,
we had a young lady that was going through she stayed at our hotel a couple months ago, and she was on her way to Pensacola. She had just graduated college, and of course we'd have to salute her because she's going to be an officer, but she's going to go to Pensacola, and she's in the Navy. She's going to be a fighter pilot. And,
nice.
So I got to talking to her a little bit when she was getting ready to check out, and I'm like, man, what a fun, exciting time you're about to start,
Yeah.
As a fighter jet pilot, And yeah, so it's kind of neat to see these young people starting off. And then now Jason, even he did 6 years in the Navy, and he's been out working at SpaceX for like 3 years, 4 years now. It's like, geez, where's time go?
Yeah, so fast.
He did 4 years of college, 6 years in the Navy, and he's been I'm like, man, my kids are getting too old. That means that's not a good thing as a parent. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about, Poe?
No, I think that's going to be it for now. I do have to run to the bathroom really bad, so
yeah,
I'm going to have to end it here.
I figure any minute now Mike will be back, so we should probably try to leave before that happens.
Or at least maybe see him in the green room before we head to bed, maybe.
Right. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it here. I don't really have anything else going on other, I'm gonna keep driving trucks and do some.
Yeah, check out the truck stem videos and the iArcade videos. And if you missed Wacko because I put it up so late, check out Wacko because that's a really cool game.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a video on that too. And like you said, it's gonna be the first time I played it. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be ugly.
Nice.
Really
fun game.
Yeah,
that trackball is awesome.
Yeah, interesting concept. So if you guys haven't seen it, watch Poe's video. It went out. It's a great video. He improved. He got better. Well, then he peaked and came down a little bit. But it's a very interesting game. So looking forward to that. I don't know if Greg has an outro video that was lined up.
How about this? We'll have the house band play out. Nudie Magazine. Nudie Magazine.
All right. And we'll end it on that. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Later.
Later.
Oh, I got to click it in twice.